Alright guys, back here with another video, and I'm going to be here giving you an NXT review for June 3rd, 2015. I watch NXT every week, so I usually don't review it, so I don't know if I'm going to be giving an NXT review every week, but there was just some stuff I wanted to talk about from this particular show, because I thought it was a pretty average episode. I do regret, not watching this live. I mean, watching Ring of Honor over this. I mean, I know you can just go watch NXT anytime you want, it's on demand and whatnot, but Ring of Honor, it's just, like I said, my Ring of Honor review didn't impress me. I thought NXT wasn't anything impressive either, but it didn't need to be impressive, and I thought it was a better show overall. So the show starts out, the first minute I'm already satisfied and smiling and happy. We get footage of Kevin Owens beating John Cena at Elimination Chamber. Anytime that shows up, that's shown on my TV, I will be happy and I'll give the show an A automatically. So we had Tyler Breeze defeating Adam Rose in the opener, straight into a match, which is another thing I like. And pretty good matchup here, I must say. Adam Rose, he is a good wrestler, and as soon as he came out, the crowd just exploded chanting Leo Kruger chants. First time I think we've ever had Leo Kruger chants. I didn't see that ESPN documentary on NXT, but I guess that's why people were chanting that, because I did hear about Adam Rose's kid, having sickness. It might have been cancer. I mean, I haven't seen it or heard a lot about it, so I do hope the best for Adam Rose. I don't like this character, and the crowd wants Leo Kruger back. And I mean, Adam Rose is the definition of a character that works in NXT but doesn't work on the main roster, and unfortunately I feel that Tyler Breeze is in that same boat. I don't think Tyler Breeze will get over on the main roster, which sucks because he's a great wrestler. But when Leo Kruger was around, I didn't really watch NXT regularly like a lot of people before the network didn't really watch NXT, because I didn't want to go out of my way to watch it online. But I did watch every once in a while. Leo Kruger didn't really appeal to me that much. I mean, he's way better than the Adam Rose gimmick and character. But it's just like a Skinner ripoff, if anyone remembers Skinner from the 90s. But it was still a good match with Tyler Breeze getting the win, and Adam Rose has proven down in NXT that he can wrestle. Good match though. We had an interview with Solomon Crow backstage, and this usually happens. They bring in a wrestler with all this hype, and they build him up, and then he starts losing, and then he jobs out a lot to the world champ or something, and then he's off TV for like a couple of months, and he comes back reinvented and gets on a winning streak. So that's what they're going to do with Solomon Crow. In this interview, he says he'd take time off or whatever, and when he comes back, he's going to do what he set out to do all along, and that's win the NXT championship, I should say. And then Dana Brooke, we had a little video package for Dana Brooke talking about how she's going to be gone for a while because she got invited to Spain for the Arnold Festival, the women's bodybuilding competition or whatever. I don't know. But that's one thing I like about NXT is when a wrestler's gone, like they're going to be gone for a little bit, they acknowledge it. They tell you why the wrestler's gone. Unlike on the main roster where Chris Jericho, Mark Henry or whatever. It's not like I care about Mark Henry, but when wrestlers leave on the main roster, like Randy Orton, he was just gone for like a month. They didn't mention why he was gone. That's one thing that they don't really do, is when a guy's gone or a wrestler, they don't really tell you why they're gone. They're just gone. In NXT, at least they tell you why Dana Brooke isn't going to be there for a few weeks. I mean, it's not like anyone would have missed her or anything. But we had Greg Hamilton on stage. He's the new ring announcer and interviewee, I guess. He interviewed a very familiar face, Eva Marie. Eva Marie came out to just a sea of boos. Eva Marie was getting booed out of the building, and you could just see in her face that she was disappointed. Like she expected a pop or something. Like, what the fuck? She was, angry. You could tell that the boos were getting to her, and she was trying to talk and explain to us why she's here, and they were just booing her. I mean, she was even getting frustrated, saying, okay, I'll just wait. And then the crowd was chanting, you can't wrestle, which was expected, like really loud. And I heard Eva Marie has been training, so like I said in my Elimination Chamber review when Ryback won the Intercontinental title, I'm going to give it a chance. I think a lot of stuff, new stuff in wrestling, or when like a character wins a title for the first time, or a new guy's brought in or whatever, you got to give them a chance. Past stuff out, give him a chance, a fresh start. Let's see if Eva Marie can wrestle. I've heard, like I said, she's been in training. She's going to be in NXT. Who knows? For all we know, Eva Marie might have improved greatly, and she's going to get a lot of time when she wrestles. Who knows? Maybe Eva Marie will, fucking blow everyone's mind and put on great matches in NXT with the stars, of like Becky Lynch and Charlotte. I mean, who knows? I mean, Eva Marie can come back into NXT. She can suck, or she can be great. Who knows? But She still sucks on the mic regardless. She cut a promo saying that, she was at TakeOver Unstoppable because she heard that the women's division in NXT was revolutionizing professional wrestling, and it was the best thing going in professional wrestling, not just in NXT, and that Becky Lynch Sasha Banks match stole the show, and then that got a big pop. That's the only time I think Eva Marie will ever get a positive reaction. And she said she's here to compete. So like I said, let's give her a chance and see if she can compete with the women there. We had a William Regal press conference thing backstage. They were teasing a big announcement, and this is some of the best news I've heard in a while. Regal announces that they're going to be doing a live event. The WWE's going to be doing a live event from Tokyo on July 4th, featuring Brock Lesnar and Chris Jericho. So that's two names that haven't been on TV in a while that'll be there. John Cena and former NXT alumni Paige, Lucha Dragons, and Neville. And then he said that he was asked if NXT wanted to represent. He said, of course. And we're going to get the Balor Owens NXT title match in Tokyo on July the 4th of July, for the title live on the WWE Network. Fucking live. Great. It's the 4th of July. Everyone's going to be out. I would usually be out, but I'm even going to watch this, great shit there. I mean, this kind of goes back to, I believe, in one of my reviews, I even talked about it for NXT on my main channel, that this is good because back when they were going on the road to WrestleMania and NXT sold out, they got maybe not sold out, but they had 5,000 people, and it was supposed to be a great show. And Hideo Itami finally hit his GTS, and the crowd went crazy, 5,000 fans. And that wasn't on the network. They showed footage, they talked about it, but it wasn't on the network. Why wasn't it on the network as a special or something? It didn't have to be live, but show it to us. But at least here, they're showing this, and this is going to be great. And they need to get the title off of Owens. If Owens is on the main roster, I think he doesn't need the NXT title. It's kind of holding him down from being 100% just on the main roster. That's what he needs. So put the title on Balor. I can see them doing that. So best news I've heard in a while when it comes to professional wrestling or WWE. Alexa Bliss defeated Carmella next. Not that good of a match, but at least, this match wasn't good, but at least unlike Raw and SmackDown, there's story behind why these two women are wrestling, and it's not just a random-ass fucking match with women. Naomi here is wrestling, or Tamina's wrestling Nikki Bella. Who cares? This, like I said, this wasn't that good of a match. Pretty sloppy. Two women on the NXT roster aren't that good. How many times have you said, or you've heard other people said, oh, that was a great Alexa Bliss match, or that was a great Carmella match? Probably not much, but Alexa Bliss is pretty fucking hot as a heel. I will give her that. And like I said, at least there was story. Alexa Bliss now with Blake and Murphy, they were out there. And Team Soft was out there. So yeah, the match itself wasn't that good, but hey, story progression. We had a backstage interview with Rhyno. Rhyno said that, since he's done with the war with Baron Corbin, basically jobbing out to Baron Corbin's what he means and putting him over. That's all that Rhino's there to do. He wants to be the NXT champion. That's what he came here to do, to compete with the best and be in the, the promotion, the hottest thing going in professional wrestling. That is true. And I could see if they do have Balor beat Owens at that July 4th show, I could see Rhyno getting at least one title match against Balor, and I'll get to why. We had a Sami Zayn video package, basically showing him in his operation, his injury, talking about how he hurt his shoulder when he was just coming out to celebrate, when he was going to face John Cena, and that sucks, Zayn finally gets on the main roster after over a decade of working his ass off, and he freaking blows his shoulder out just by taunting the crowd, getting the crowd into it, and then Cena drops him, with the I believe it was a suplex, I don't remember exactly what it was, and he talks about that, and his doctor was talking in this video package. It was a good video package, saying that, Zayn's injury was worse than expected, and then they showed Zayn saying that he'd rather, take the surgery now and be back and have 20 plus years than just keep wrestling with it and, have, chance of freaking getting injured even more and having to be away more. So, at least we got an update on Sami Zayn. We had the Vaudevillians, the Vaudevillians are back, you gotta love the Vaudevillians. Defeated the team of Marcus Louis, who we haven't seen in a year as well, and Jason Jordan. Marcus Louis still bald and still is playing this stupid Snitsky gimmick, but the Vaudevillians got the win. Not that, eventful of a match, kind of boring, but it was an enhancement match for the Vaudevillians. They're finally back. Aiden English is an example of a guy that I fucking thought was bland and boring on his own, and he put him in a team, and now he's just awesome. The Vaudevillians are awesome. I don't think that the Vaudevillians gimmick would get over on the main roster, but it's just funny. Hopefully see them in contention for the NXT tag titles soon. We had a Sasha Banks video package. You know, she hasn't been there since the pay-per-view, or Unstoppable. I heard she was injured, but whatever. It was a good video package. And then we get to our main event. We have Finn Balor defeating Rhyno. He won via roll-up. These Rhyno matches, I don't think Rhyno's been in a great or even a good NXT match yet. Rhyno, you know, he's old, he's slowed down, obviously. And I loved Rhyno in ECW and in the Ruthless Aggression era, but Rhyno's just there to make the NXT guys look better, and that's, you know, what this needed to accomplish. This was this didn't need to be a fucking 5-star classic, but it did what it needed to do. Balor got the win via roll-up, so I guess it didn't make Rhyno look too weak, even though I'm pretty sure Balor's already beat Rhyno. But the match was kind of boring. It started to pick up towards the end. You had Balor flying over the top rope. Balor went for his coup de grace, you know, foot stomp, and he missed. But, you know, it got better. It was an all-right main event. The end of the match, you know, Rhyno goes to the back and Balor's celebrating, and then Balor's on the stage, and then Rhyno just fucking plows through Finn Balor with the gore on the stage, and the show ends with Rhyno standing over him. Like, fucking great gore, and a great sell by Balor. So it was an average main event. So NXT was pretty enjoyable tonight. The in-ring action might not have been the best, but the story progression within those matches were good. Good to see the Vaudevillians back. I'm you know, beyond ecstatic with that main event with Balor and Owens live in Tokyo. That's going to be amazing. You know, so there was some good stuff on this show. The Eva Marie thing was funny. The opener, you know, surprisingly, Adam Rose was in the best match of the night on an NXT show. So overall, you know, it's just a pretty average, I would say probably a skippable show for NXT. So yeah, just a pretty average skippable show.